For many people, Bali is where they go to escape. Sunny beaches, luxury villas, late-night cafes. A place where people post every moment of their vacation online. But sometimes, those same photos can tell someone exactly where you are. And sometimes, the wrong person is watching. Tonight, we're going to talk about one of the most disturbing kidnappings to happen in Bali in recent years. A case involving a wealthy Ukrainian tourist, a ransom video that spread across social media, and an international investigation that still hasn't fully reached its conclusion. Welcome to the podcast, You Can't Unhear. Igor Komarov was 28 years old. He was the son of Sergei Komarov, a controversial figure in Ukraine who had long been linked by authorities and media reports to organized crime. Because of his family's background, Igor's name occasionally appeared in news coverage, although there was no public evidence connecting him directly to his father's alleged criminal activities. In early 2024, Igor traveled to Bali for what appeared to be an ordinary holiday. He wasn't alone. He was accompanied by his girlfriend, Ukrainian influencer Yeva Mishalova, and several friends, including Alexander Petrovsky, another man whose family also had alleged connections to organized crime. For them, it looked like a luxury vacation. Restaurants, beach clubs, motorcycle rides, photos posted online almost every day. Nothing suggested the trip would end in tragedy. On the night of February 15th, 2024, everything changed. At around 10:20 p.m., Igor and Alexander were riding a motorcycle through Jimbaran, following behind the rest of their group. According to investigators, several vehicles suddenly intercepted them. A struggle broke out. Alexander managed to escape. Igor didn't. Within moments, he had disappeared. Alexander immediately contacted friends before reporting the kidnapping to South Kuta police. Investigators responded quickly, but there was one obvious problem. The kidnappers had vanished into one of Indonesia's busiest tourist destinations. At first, there were almost no leads, no demands, no confirmed destination. Only scattered CCTV footage showing several suspicious vehicles leaving the area. 3 days later, everything changed again. A disturbing video began circulating online. The man in the recording identified himself as Igor. He appeared badly injured and pleaded directly to his parents. According to the video, his captors were demanding $10 million, whether he was speaking freely or under coercion. No one could tell. But one thing was immediately clear. He was alive when the recording was made. The video transformed the investigation. Police no longer treated it as a missing persons case. It became an active kidnapping investigation involving multiple national and international agencies. Every minute mattered. Investigators began reviewing CCTV footage from the area where Igor disappeared. One vehicle kept appearing, a black Toyota Avanza. Camera after camera captured it traveling through Bali before and after the kidnapping. Eventually, detectives traced it to a local rental company. By then, the vehicle had already been returned. At first glance, it looked perfectly ordinary. Until forensic investigators searched the inside. They discovered traces of blood. The rental vehicle also contained something unexpectedly valuable: a GPS tracking system. And when investigators downloaded the data, it led them to one location: a secluded villa in Tabanan. When police entered the villa, they immediately noticed something unsettling. The layout matched the rooms shown in Igor's ransom video. Investigators searched every corner of the property, hoping they had arrived in time. But the villa was empty. Igor was gone. The only thing left behind was more blood. The blood samples collected from the rental car and the villa were later sent for forensic examination. The results confirmed they came from the same individual. Police now had strong evidence that Igor had been held inside that villa. But where he had been taken afterward remained a mystery. As investigators continued piecing together the timeline, they realized they weren't searching for one kidnapper. They were hunting an organized group. The investigation had become a race against time. Police traced the black Toyota Avanza back to the person who had rented it. Surprisingly, it wasn't one of the kidnappers. It was a Nigerian national who had rented the vehicle using false identification. When questioned, he admitted he had been paid simply to rent a car and 2 motorcycles for other people. Investigators eventually concluded that he had helped facilitate the logistics, but there was no evidence that he physically participated in the kidnapping itself. He was detained for using false documents while investigators continued building the larger case. Then, on February 26th, local residents walking near Kettlewell Beach noticed a floating human head near the mouth of the Was River. They immediately contacted police. Over the following hours, investigators recovered human remains from the shoreline. Because of their condition, identification wasn't immediately possible. The investigation had now changed. This was no longer only a kidnapping. It had become a homicide investigation. Forensic specialists collected bone samples and sent them to the National Police Forensic Laboratory in Jakarta. Several days later, the results confirmed what investigators had feared. The DNA matched the blood recovered from both the rental vehicle and the villa. It also matched the DNA provided by Igor's mother. The search for a missing victim had become a search for his killers. By combining CCTV footage, GPS tracking data, forensic evidence, immigration records, witness interviews, and evidence collected from 6 separate crime scenes, investigators gradually reconstructed the operation. They concluded that the kidnapping had not been spontaneous. It had been carefully planned and carried out by an organized group working together. In March 2026, Bali officially announced a major breakthrough. Police named 7 foreign nationals as suspects in the case. According to investigators, the group entered Indonesia using tourist visas and allegedly played different roles throughout the operation. One suspect has since been detained by immigration authorities, while the remaining 6 suspects are now the subject of Interpol red notices, meaning law enforcement agencies around the world have been asked to help locate and arrest them. Police also revealed that the suspects allegedly used false identities when renting vehicles and accommodation, making it much harder to trace them during the early stages of the investigation. Despite identifying those believed to be responsible, investigators acknowledged that one important question remains unanswered. Why was Igor targeted? Police suspect the perpetrators had been monitoring Igor's locations through his social media posts with his girlfriend, especially since she's famous. During their vacation, as they kept posting updates, someone was watching and looking for an opportunity to kidnap him. There's also a rumor circulating that the real target might have been Alexander, and perhaps Igor was killed because his parents didn't know what they were being accused of, that it was actually meant for Alexander's parents. Authorities have deliberately avoided confirming a motive, that the investigation is still ongoing. Perhaps that's what makes this case so unsettling. The investigation answered many of the hows, but the biggest question still has no public answer. Why? For many people, Bali represents freedom, a place where memories are made, where people document every sunset, every cafe, every beach. But this case serves as a reminder that every photo shared online leaves behind something else. A trail. Sometimes one that the wrong people are following. Thank you for joining me tonight. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to follow this podcast, because every day we uncover another story that blurs the line between crime, mystery, and the questions that still refuse to be answered. Until next time, stay curious, stay safe. I'll see you on the next episode of the podcast You Can't Unhear.